he was known for being a health nut. Yeah. So in today's standard, he was a biohacker, really, because he was careful with his diet, he exercised regularly, and he studied about medicine and health extensively. He had several tutors to teach him about medicine, his health. Yeah. And he could even prepare his own medicine by combining different Chinese herbs and stuff like that. Yeah. Shogun Biohacker, Ieyasu Tokugawa, the real Toranaga Yoshii. That's something I'm going to talk about today, so stick around. Hi, my name is Hachiaki Takamiya. I am the author of the Ikigai Diet and Ikigai Biohacking. Right, so I've got this new mic stand. I'm so excited. Yeah, I feel I look like I'm like a YouTuber now. Yeah, right. Okay, also, I restarted sending my newsletter. I had a trouble sending my newsletter, but now I can send it. So please sign up with my newsletter if you have not. Yeah. Now, in the description box, it says get the Japanese superfood list, and then that will take you to the site to sign up with my newsletter. And then I'll send you some newsletters. Okay, so have you seen this new drama series called Shogun? It is on Full and FX. Yeah, started on February 27th. It's a kind of drama series about Japanese Sengoku period. It's during the war period in Japan. Yeah, so starring Hiroyuki Sanada, yeah, and he played the role of Toranaga Yoshii. That is a fictitious character, but Toranaga Yoshii is based on the real historical figure called Ieyasu Tokugawa. Yeah, that is him, Ieyasu Tokugawa, and he is very unique. Yeah, so today I'd like to talk about Ieyasu Tokugawa. Yeah, because he lived the longest among the three major Sengoku warlords. Yeah, so Ieyasu lived until 75 years old, while Nobunaga Oda, the first ruler, yeah, lived until 47. And then Hideyoshi Toyotomi, the second ruler, lived until 61. Yeah, and then they are all the same generation, basically. So because there was a different ruler. First Nobunaga ruled Japan, then Hideyoshi ruled Japan, and finally Ieyasu. So you kind of think they are in a very different generation, but they lived in the sort of similar time, and they're sort of rivals. Yeah, well, actually, both Hideyoshi and Ieyasu were the servants of Nobunaga. And then after Nobunaga died, Ieyasu became the servant of Hideyoshi. Yeah, but finally his time came. Right. And in fact, the fact that he lived long paid him off. And in fact, it was his strategy. Yeah, it wasn't an accident. He deliberately tried to live long because he knew the most important thing to rule Japan was staying alive. Yeah, because many people died in battles and died of sickness and all kind of thing, and then it was important to not to die. Yeah, in fact, because when he was a child, many people died. Like his father died, one of his rulers died, and so on. So each time when someone died, then usually it create opportunity and the power balance changes and stuff like that. Yeah, in fact, when Nobunaga died, yeah, that chance appeared, and then Hideyoshi took that chance, and he became the ruler. And then when Hideyoshi died, that actually the story of Shogun begins. Yeah, and then because Hideyoshi's son was still 7 years old or something, so who is going to take over Hideyoshi's position was the question. So that's when Ieyasu Tokugawa and Mitsunari Ishida and all those people started fighting, and then it became the Battle of Sekigahara. Yeah. Okay. So why did Ieyasu live so long? I mean, 75 years old was a very long living during that period because the average lifespan was about 35 years old. But I mean, of course, many people died of battle, and also the death rate among the infant was very high compared to today. So, I mean, you need to put that into consideration. But let's say, I mean, actually, if you survived, of all the accident and stuff, maybe you lived until 60 years old. Yeah. But still, yeah, 75 years old is much longer than 60 years. So he lived for a long time. Yeah. Okay. And then in fact, he was known for being a health nut. Yeah. So in today's standard, he was a biohacker, really, because he was careful with his diet, he exercised regularly, and he studied about medicine and health extensively. He had several tutors to teach him about medicine, his health. Yeah. And he could even prepare his own medicine by combining different Chinese herbs and stuff like that. Yeah. So today I will share with you the diet of Ieyasu Tokugawa. Yeah. What made him live so long? And the other thing is he actually, yeah, he stayed healthy until he died. Yeah. I think 1 year before his death, he went on a battle. Yeah, at the age of 74, he went on a battle, and then that's how he finally defeated Toyotomi family. So after Hideyoshi died, but some, offsprings and people are living. So in order to solidify his rule, he had to, destroy Toyotomi family, and he did it just 1 year before his death. So he was still, he, he was still active, yeah, at that time. Okay, so one thing he ate was mugimeshi. Mugimeshi is rice with berries. So these are like berries. And now, most people in Japan eat white rice now. Now, around that time, actually, white rice was like a luxurious food. So peasants didn't eat white rice. But I mean, people with a warlord, that class, yeah, most people ate white rice. Yeah. So it was very unusual for the class of warlords to eat mugimeshi. But yes, chose to eat mugimeshi. Yeah. And mugimeshi is healthy dish now. Yeah. And also I talked about Dr. Shoji Kondo, the author of long-lived villages and short-lived villages in Japan. And then, so in his discovery, people in short-lived villages ate a lot of white rice, and people in long-lived villages ate mugimeshi. Yeah. And also he consumed a lot of miso, especially a miso called Hacho miso. Hacho miso is from Okazaki area where he was born. So today's Okazaki city in Aichi prefecture. Yeah, their miso is unique. It's based on soybeans only. Like they made miso using only soybean, while other miso is made using koji, which is made from rice or barley. Right. So he ate a lot of miso soup, but one of his favorite dish is misoyaki, which is a kind of baked miso ball. Yeah, to make misoyaki, so finely chopped green onions, ginger, and perilla leaves mixed into miso, rolled into balls, stretched out, and then baked. Yeah, I've never seen it. Yeah, I've never had it, but apparently at that time it was popular. Yeah, and Ieyasu loved this dish. And also, he was mainly eating seasonal food, seasonal vegetables and seasonal fish. Yeah, so probably he practiced Shindofuji. I don't know whether he was familiar with this concept, but probably he was, because Shindofuji is a Buddhist concept, and then it was, it was there during the Sengoku period too. And also he ate a lot of Tororo Meshi. Meshi means rice or meals. So yeah, Tororo with rice. But in his case, Tororo with Mugimeshi. So Tororo is like, this is Tororo. It is a grated yam. Yam is a type of potato, and in Japan, they're called yamaimo or nagaimo. And so you grate yamaimo and nagaimo, and it becomes like that, and then you put it on top of rice and eat it. In fact, you can have tororo with natto. It's a perfect combination. It's called Tororo Natto, and I shared the recipe in my book, Natto and This, the secret Japanese superfood that will revolutionize the Western diet. Okay, the other thing about Ieyasu's diet is he had frugal meals most of the time. Yeah, he had ichiju issai, not ichiju sansai. Yeah, now ichiju issai means one soup and one side dish. So usually for washoku and especially for the warlord class, yeah, they probably consumed ichiju sansai or ichiju yonsai, like one soup and three dishes or one soup and four dishes. But Ieyasu consumed only one side dish. So he had a frugal meals. And then, but that is only during the K period, and Hare period was different. So I talk about Hare and K, right? So Hare means festival, festive occasion, and K is usual. So during that time, they had a Hare period 2 or 3 times a month. Yeah. So during the Hare period, probably he had Ichiju Sansai or Ichiju Yonsai meals, and he had like a sea bream, like local sea bream, or some meat that some meat from animals that he caught during falconry, because he often practiced falconry, and then he caught some, like animals in the mountains, like many of them are like birds and stuff like that. Yeah. But those are only the Hare dish. So during the K period, he had a very frugal meals. All right. So to sum up the diet of Ieyasu Tokugawa, he had frugal meals, and then he had fermented foods such as miso, and he had natto as well. Yeah, because he had a kind of medical advisor or the teacher who actually lived until 180 years old during that time. Yeah. And then this teacher recommended him to eat miso soup with natto. Yeah. And in fact, yes, loved natto, but the natto he loved is a different kind of natto. So I'll make another video to talk about Ieyasu and natto. Yeah. And then he had seasonal foods and superfoods. Yeah, such as miso, tororo, meshi, and stuff like that. All right, so I talked about Shindofuji and Hare and Kei. For details, please read my book, The Ikigai Diet, The Secret Japanese Diet to Health and Longevity. The book contains more useful information on Japanese dietary culture, such as Ichiju Sansai and Ichibutsu Zentai Shoku and Mago wa Yasashi. Okay, so in the next video, I'll share with you the exercises of Ieyasu Tokugawa. Okay, thank you for watching. Again, my name is Hachiaki Takamiya, the author of the Ikigai Diet and Ikigai Biohacking. If you like this video, please give me your thumb up and subscribe to my channel. And please leave your comment. Did you know about Ieyasu Tokugawa? Thank you. Well, I'll see you in the next video. Live with your Ikigai!